I was also guiding the prisons because the law says, and the judges have said in the High Court, if somebody goes to court when he's sick and looks tortured, the case should be dismissed. And I wrote it.
The current Minister of Justice, Norbert Mao, has come out to caution judges against remanding people who have been tortured in safe houses. But also, he came out to caution the continued abductions and arrests which don't make a precedent within a constitution. We all know Norbert Mao was a staunch opposition until he joined the dictatorship. In fact, I keep on telling people that Norbert Mao is one of the good brains we have in the political discourse of our country. In fact, I continue telling them that whenever Norbert Mao has come out to do a stupid thing, it is because he wants it that way. It's not that he doesn't know. It's because he wants it that way. In fact, Norbert Mao has a popular quote that came out to say that if someone is wise and decides to be stupid, now his wisdom ceases to be. I think that can describe Norbert Mao. Norbert Mao is one of the good brains. When he comes out to do something bad, they just know he's doing it knowingly. Norbert Mao, first of all, came out to condone the remand which was done against Eddie Mutwe, because Eddie Mutwe was brought in court after being tortured and he was remanded in Ruzira. And this is what the criminal justice system does to the opposition. I keep on telling people that the justice system must do judicial activism if they want to make our democracy better. Judicial activism does not necessarily mean that you make a ruling contrary to the constitution, but it talks about making a ruling following the constitution but siding with what is right. Sometimes what is illegal is not what is right, is not what is necessarily what is right. Wrong is wrong, however much is illegal. Imagine if every time a person is brought tortured, is not remanded, even those torturing them and wanting them to be remanded would somehow reduce. So in this episode, I've come to talk about the comments which were made by Norbert Mao, what it means for our politics, and most importantly, the certain materials we can learn from the politics of our nation. But before I do this, I want to let you know that if you're new to this channel, please subscribe. And if you're watching this video from a different platform, please head on to YouTube, type in Sula Mawagali. There's a lot of content of this nature. If geopolitics and economics is what you want, this will be definitely the right channel for you to subscribe to. So Norbert Mao is the Minister of Justice. To take a while back, the way he got that position, it was because General Kaguta Museveni wanted to fight the opposition, because General Museveni had come out to swear that by 2026 there will be no opposition. And remember, the docket was not filled almost for a year. The negotiation was going on. Not until Norbert Mao started attacking his fellow opposition. That's when I knew. Oh, you know what I realized? That you cannot keep a secret which has been done by more than 3 people. The secret can be only kept by 2 people. If it escapes 3 people, it's no longer a secret. The negotiations were done by Kamuntu, I think, the in-law for General Kaguta Museveni, to formalize the DP agreement. So since it's exceeded 2 people, the opposition started getting to know. Very many people came out to say that Norbert Mao is playing with the NRM. Many people in very many circles, the young leaders used to tell us, not until the marriage was finalized. Okay? Before even Norbert Mao formally joined, he used to attack the opposition. He even pinned a tweet on his Twitter saying that he's going to fight the opposition, something like that. So for me, I kept on saying that Norbert Mao going, it was a loss in the opposition. Trust me, he's a good brain, although there was not a proper work with Mao and other opposition forces. Before I proceed, I want to play a tape when Norbert Mao was calling out General MUHOOZI, but also calling out the judicial system, because it somehow adds value You know, once in the opposition, even if he's conscious, is bold, sometimes he wakes up on the good side. Norbert Mao woke up on the good side. He said these statements.
I can't order the judges and the magistrates what to do, but I can guide them. I was also guiding the prisons because the law says, and the judges have said in the High Court, if somebody goes to court when he's sick and looks tortured, the case should be dismissed. And I wrote it. The Uganda Prisons Act also says that an officer in charge of a prison should not admit into custody anybody who is very sick and looks tortured. DP stands for the rule of law. Sometimes you may not have the power to do much, but at least you can make your voice heard like a linesman. When the ball has crossed the line, you raise the flag. But you cannot run into the field to manhandle players. Some people expect me to manhandle the players. But I can advise the courts, I can advise the security forces.
That is Norbert Mao. So by Norbert Mao coming out to say that it is a value in the opposition no matter what position he holds. But also I think he's coming out to say this is because it is not certain that he will retain the position. Because as we know General Museveni, how he works, he can give you the position so that even if you come back in the opposition, there will not be a proper rapport with the opposition forces. There are high chances that he's going to dump you. Even the agreement that was done was not fulfilled to its must, yet it was done between two parties. All signs show that the DP wants to feed a presidential candidate and also chatter its own ways. So it's coming out to say this may be one as a bargaining chip, two, or maybe his conscience has come back, because I've told you that nothing Norbert Mao does that seems wrong without him knowing. Is one of the good brains. But I also think maybe part of the reason as to why Mao joined the government, some of his peers had risen through the ranks, like the late Jacob Oulanyah was the Speaker of Parliament, the third, according to the Constitution, the third in hierarchy. So he was left behind. His peers like Mukasambi, they were in the East African Assembly, okay, Parliament. So somehow he was missing out on something. And that's, I think, when General Museveni striked. One of the greatest attributes of General Kaguta Museveni knows when to strike. Sometimes when an opponent is at his weakest, and Norbert Mao was at his weakest. So first of all, Norbert Mao said the right thing. Okay? Although he's in the wrong government. And the way how NRM government operates, I don't think he has a lot of time there, based on what's going on. Maybe when General Museveni wants to bargain. Okay? So, nevertheless, a wrong is a wrong, a right is a right. Nobody more coming out to say the right thing must be supported in full swing. Of course, that's my opinion. Do make comments by commenting about this. Thank you very much for listening in. If this is your first time on this YouTube channel, I implore you to subscribe, like, and comment so that I can be motivated to do more of such videos. I'll see you in another one. Peace.
Kusaba kimuze mpala na bulungi. Abampala no bulungi. Nange benjagala obulungi.